Okay, this is Steve Bright again, and we're back here at the shop working on the SeaFoam Green Telecaster by Squier. Alright, I got the Squier Bullet Telecaster a couple weeks ago now, and I love it. It came out beautiful. It's pretty with that. I'm going to change the neck. The Squier, not Squier, but the Telecaster heads to me are just plain boring ugly. They just look like a limp you know what. This is a new neck I bought. It's from a Squier guitar, and I got this from a guy up in New Hampshire on eBay for about $100. I'm going to change the neck on this guitar to this one that's already got the Telecaster Squier Fender insignias on it. I was going to add some myself. I'm going to change these crummy little things and put some better rollers on. I'm going to put new tuners, the vintage style with the slotted head that are going to go onto this brand new neck. We're going to take this all apart. This is my greatest adventure in guitar repair. We're going to put a new set of the blue strings on. We're going to dress up the fretboard with some nice little decals, or decals as I call them, but people online call them decals. And then we'll tune it all up with the Snark tuner and get it playing like a champion all over again and see how that all works out. So stand by. The first thing we've got to do is take a couple of things apart. We've got to take the strings off of this. We've got to get ready to take the neck off. That's got to be done from the back. There's 4 screws here on the Squier piece. You take this off and then the neck will come off. The tuners we'll leave them there for now. I don't know what I'll end up doing with them, but we'll see. So we're in for a great night adventure. And this will probably take a few hours, but we'll condense it down for video. Ready to rock and roll. I love the green. I love the SeaFoam green. I love the pick guard that I put on. It came out really nice. It matches the body style perfectly, I think. So anyway, we're off to a new adventure. Starting soon. Okay, so we're getting started here with the Transposition of Necks. First thing I'm going to do is take a couple things off, and I may put this together first, but I think the first thing I'll do would be to take the Telecaster apart here now, take the neck off, take the strings off, and then see how the neck fits onto the Telecaster body, and we'll get ready and do that now. First I'm going to de-string, okay, and we'll get all the strings off, then we'll flip it over and turn it around and take the neck off. And one of the other things, the first thing I did was check the new neck for straightness. I used a straight bar that I have to check, and that's fine. That's good. I checked the truss rod to make sure it would adjust. It moves fine. That's all perfect. So now we're just going to go on to removing the strings and getting ready to make the big transition. This, for me, is very exciting. I hope you can enjoy the joy that I feel in doing this. So the first thing we'll do is take the strings down. And I'll get back to you. This is boring. Okay, we took all the strings off, and now we're getting ready to do two things sort of simultaneously. We'll take off these stupid string holders that are just crummy. Just chintzy ones they put on because they're trying to make a bang. That gets rid of them and strips down essentially the new Squier Telecaster Deluxe neck. Now we've got to take the neck off here. This is going to be the fun part, where the adventure really begins. So we're going to take the neck off and then see how this one fits into the slot. Now we've got to flip it over and see how easy the body separates from the neck, and then we'll try the new neck and see how that fits into the slot. So here we go. Ooh, it's just coming right off. This is nice and simple. So that just, and you want to lift these out because they're a little bit made in a wedge shape. So you don't want to go in there and slide it this way. You could damage the neck. So let's see. It looks like there's a little bit of a different contour to the back here. I'm not sure if that's going to be an issue or not. We'll see. Or stupid this whole thing is going to be. So if we try to lay this in, it does fit right down. All right, but there's a bit of a gap. I don't know how this is going to show. Hold on 1 minute, right back. All right, we're back. So we got the thing pressed in. I'm a little concerned. I haven't even tried the screws yet because this is flatter than this one. This one's got a little curve. I don't know if that's going to affect how well the screws are going to align and go into the neck. There's the plate on. Let's see the screw height. It should be the same. It shouldn't be an issue at all. It's just a matter if the holes in the neck are going to line up with the holes in the body of this guitar. And then line up and work. It looks like they're going in. So we'll go gently down the hole. We'll row, row, row your boat gently down the string. It seems to be working. Hand tighten after this and see how that feels. And that may be the toughest part of the whole job is already done. I got to turn this over. Got a little mark or something here. I don't know what that is. Nothing, no big deal. All right, let's flip it and see what happened. So it's on there. And that's the basic connection. Looks good. So we'll see how that all works out. We still got to put the tuners on and stuff up here so I can get strings on and see how it's going to work out. But the initial phase has gone well. All right, so that's that. Very happy with the look. Fits on good. It looks like it fits solid to the body. It doesn't look like there's any issues there. It is rounded instead of flat the way this is, but it's two different styles of joints, but it's made from the same guitar. They're both for Squiers, so hopefully it'll work out right. And the holes lined up perfectly, and it tightened down nice. So the next thing I'm going to do is start on tuners. So we'll be back here in a second and start mounting the tuners. What I'm going to do is install these made in China F-style tuners. The F-style are the ones that are the old style that are slotted so that you put the string straight in the hole there. And these are very cute. And then these will come up this way and go through here like that. And that's how they sit. These and wrap around to make it hold a little tighter in the holes. I gave you a free guitar pick from Music Lily. Music Lily is a China exporter that I buy a lot of parts from. And most of the stuff is pretty good. I've had a few pimples in the pile, but that's to be expected when you're doing retrofits on a lot of different things. Nothing ever works out the way you expect it's going to in the first place. However, that doesn't mean you stop. You find a way around the problem. So we always are working things out. All right, so I'll be back in a second. We'll cut some tape and get these things fitting right. Okay, so we're back. I got some foil tape that we're going to use to cut down. I cut a strip that's already too fat, so I'm going to take another cut at it and see how that cut makes it around there. That looks like it's about the right size. I don't know if you can see that or not. My finger's in the way, but anyway, we're going to try to cut that strip and place it around there. Then we're going to try to wrap this around here and get it to stick. I'll lay this all on tight as I can and hope it fits in the hole tight. So that'll be the next test, is we'll bring one over. We'll see how it fits. All right, so that's wrapped around there pretty good. I don't know if you can see that. So that's wrapped around the hole. Then we're going to take it over to here, and we'll see how the bushing fits in the guitar. We'll place it in. We'll try to place it in. See if it fits. If it fits, oh, it does fit. That's pretty good. All right, so what I'm going to try to do is mass produce these. Be back. Okay, now all 6 of the grommets are in. The foil idea worked out very well. All right, let's flip this over. Now this has got holes. I wonder if they'll line up. I don't even have to drill. This is unbelievable. I have to drill. This is beyond a miracle. Holy cow. Things never go this simply for me. So you start down at one end and line that one up, and then work your way up, and they'll all end up in perfect position. That's great. Okay, I'm back with a screwdriver. Your basic little hand screwdriver. We'll try it in the hole and make sure they fit good. Seems to fit pretty good. We'll line up these first couple tuners in the hole. The hole is right on the money. And we just got to lay the screws in like we're doing. This is going really well. Well, time out. Let me see if I can work this out. Okay, so back to the wonderful world of nothing ever goes wrong. Something did go wrong. These are made in China, these parts, okay? So none of them are exactly perfectly the same, identical to one another from set to set, I think, okay? So I couldn't get the last couple of screws in here. So what I did, I brought them down to my grindstone, and I grinded the ends off here and here, just to make it a little bit shorter so that the profile would fit, and so I could still get the grommets to fit on the other side, and work with the tuners, you know. I mean, so life is often a compromise, and this is just another one of them. Maybe I'll take this last tuner. Well, we'll leave it alone and see what happens. Try to get it not to fall out. You can see I've taken them all out here. And this one is moved around. This one is having a hard time finding space to get itself reseated. So I may have to take the tuners all out again in the back and lay the grommets in first. Although that one went, we'll see if we get enough wiggle room to get these to go. This last one is not going down. That one is, and this one is not quite making the trip yet either. Maybe we can twist it in and bang it in, but there's got to be enough room for this to wiggle around on the device itself. Will that fit over? It will. So I got a pounder built in right there. See if that'll seat it. Did that work? Geez, I think it did. Okay, so I got one more that's giving me a hard time. We'll see if we can seat that with a little push. And then if the tuner works okay. That's down. That's down. That's down. And that's down. Okay, so in the end, brute force once again prevails. Tighten it up and see how these sit down now. Now that we've got the collars in, if they're going to fit with the collars. I still may have to drill new screw holes for these because they're in a little bit of a different place. But that's okay, I don't mind that. They're pretty good. So what I got to do is get a drill, and I'll be right back. We'll drill a couple of final holes. Okay, so we're back. We got a drill bit. We're going to drill a hole here. We're going to drill a hole here. We're going to drill a hole here. Flat. Let's see if we can get a hole in here. The right place. Wait, if that gives you any kind of a better view. Okay. How we doing? That's going in fairly well. And these seem to be seated well now. Because I loosened these up before, I'm going to make room. But that's good. That's good. Now, okay, good. Good. All's well that ends well. The tuners are turning, and they seem to be solidly placed. What more can you ask? It's pretty good. So those are set. Ta-da! Phase 2 begun. Let's flip this over and show you what it looks like. And all these are settled, or seated, I should say. They look good. Everything's ready to go. We're about ready to string it up and see how it goes. I got to put the two new string holders in. We'll do that now also. I'll get them. All right, we've got the string holders in place. We've got 2 screws for them. We'll do the first one and screw it down. Good turn on that one. There. So now we're ready to talk about strings finally. The fingerboard first. We'll think about that. That's the next thing coming up after we string. Oops. Okay, what we're doing right now is just getting the fingerboard ready to do the decals, the decals. And we're going to sort of customize this to make it my own because it's my guitar. And it's my favorite guitar. Now it's a Telecaster with a big head. That's nice. Very nice. On the green, foam green body. Can't get any better than that, I don't think. John Fogerty would be proud of me. I think. Here's the situation. There's a explanation that comes with this. That's the bottom end down there. This is the upper end. And there's a rose that goes in the middle that's going to end up getting split. I think that comes down to the 12. So I got to figure out the layout and see exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, back in a minute. But it should look nice. According to the diagram, we'll cut it close. And then we'll cut this one away so it'll sit close to the fret. And we'll get these two ready to go on as soon as we can. So that's going to be the first one covering a piece. So it's going to sit over that way. And this one's going to decal and lay this down right on the edge. Oops, like I said, right next to the fret. You go down. And that'll sort of set the tone for the whole game. So that's going to line up with that, like that. We'll get these two done. Peel the paper away rather than the other way around. It works out much better. So we want to lay this down there. That looks like a pretty good position. That end down near the fingerboard. But it's life. This is the real game. Okay, so that's that. So let's cut this away. And Giacomo, I think, has the best stickers out there. They're on heavy-duty card. They're a heavy-duty sticker. Let's take a look. In a bit. Okay. I'll be back. All right, so we're moving on down the line. I cut up a bunch of other pieces, and I'm ready to stick them on too. close enough for government work. We'll finish this up. We'll finish it up. Okay, now we got the fingerboard finished up, and that looks pretty good. We'll get in close, and you can see the rose pattern runs all the way up. And now there's an extra rose here that I'm going to lay in as part of the headstock. So the first thing we're going to do, we figured out roughly where we want it to be. Okay, it's going to be right in about there, and I got to get it down so that the Squier is not in the way, okay? So I think I want to lay the Squier part down. Is that what I want to do? Almost first, because I don't want to hit the trademark, and I don't want to hit the metal, and I don't want to stick to anything quite yet until I'm sure where I want to be. And that's right about where I want to be. So I'm sticking right there. Peel the plastic part off. See if I can get it to attach to Alice. And we'll keep it coming slowly, painfully. That's a girl, Alice. Help. Got a little help from Alice. Now we'll use big fat fingers. Let's see if we can peel this away and keep the rose intact. Seems to be going well. Slow and steady. Nice and easy. Well, we did it. We did it good. We barely covered a little teeny piece of the R. That looks good. It looks like it was born there. Not bad. Jesus, I hope this thing plays good. Okay, let's swing around and take a good look. All right, there it is. There's the rose on the headstock of the Telecaster Deluxe Squier by Fender. Registered trademark. The R. You can see I got close to the R, but it still shows. And this is a real Squier guitar. So we're not really doing much. The number on the back is not going to be true. It's going to be the number of the headstock and the neck, but not the guitar. But that's okay. Okay, so now here's where the rubber really hits the road. What we're going to do now is load strings and see if we can get it to play. We're going to put these DR blues on, which was what was on there before. And I'm going to put them back because I like the blue. It's cute. But I'm going to load up the strings and then we'll get ready. We'll be back for more exciting action here at Telecaster Rebuild. Okay, here we are at the Telecaster Rebuild. I've just put the strings in and I'm just loading them up down here. I thought I'd get you in on the action. With these F-style tuners, what you do is you lay the suture, the string into the tuner this way, and then you can wrap around and there's no end sticking out. The way I do this is I throw it inside and then I do a couple of quick turns by hand, and then I use a the string winder just to load it on there a little better, make it a little quicker job. Now, I looked at the action of this, and I'm pretty close. I might have to do a neck adjustment, but this is going to be like setting up a new guitar. So overall, it's looking pretty good. There's the strings laying down, close with the pretty blue new ones, and that's there. So we'll get it all strung up and be ready to try it out here in about 5 minutes. Strings are on. It's pretty close to playing shape, so I'm going to try it out right now. Okay, we're back. I got all the strings on. That works fine. What I got to do now is a final setup, essentially, The neck is straight. It's got a slight curve in it, so the relief is good, just the way it should be. I'm going to use my favorite quarter to set the string height. That's about the right depth, if you will. It's the Great Blue Heron on here, on this Centennial quarter. And since I have the pond, we love this as our favorite coin to use for checking the string height. So we'll lay it in at the 12th fret, push it down. You can see there's plenty of room. So what I got to do is come back down here and set the string height adjustment with a little Allen wrench and drop these guys down. And I'll show you how we're going to do that right now and make it perfectly playable. So what I'm going to do is give this one full turn on this side. Then I'm going to come over to this side, because you want to keep the set even so that it's not pitched one way or the other. So that's a full turn there. What does that do with our string height? Almost. So we'll do another half turn. And we'll do another half turn on this side. That brings the action down just about to where we want it to be. Do a turn there, and another full turn here. That lays it right on the quarter. We'll see how that looks. Go back on, bring it up to pitch and see where we are. Okay, so we brought it all back up to pitch. We checked the strings. The height is good. I think the height is good. I'm going to leave it alone. I got no fret buzz. I think I haven't checked the intonation yet, but we'll do that also. The first thing I'm going to do now is check the height of the pickups. And I need a little screwdriver to do that. Get the height right for the feeler gauge. That's just about right. I don't know. I don't have any. I could get down a little bit more with that. And then we're not going to be too close. How's this side? Okay, being my most ambitious project ever, we have just finished. Everything is set. We've changed the neck. We put the new decals on. We've tuned up. We've got it all perfect, just the way I wanted it. I couldn't ask for more. It's the new, improved Fender Squier Telecaster with the inlays. All right, and the new neck changed over. All done by Steve Bright. And here is a completion. Perfect, and there it is, all done. Nice. I love it. My favorite guitar ever, my best project ever.